Shalom, dear friends. Hello and good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Finding Shalom, and I'm just here touching base with you. If you saw my community post, kind of took a little bit of a lull in our Bible study group on Fridays, just because my mom passed away. Today is Tuesday. I don't know what the date is. It's like April 18th, I think. And it is officially 3 weeks since my mom had an aneurysm that ended up taking her life, and she died the next day. So I'm kind of walking through that grief thing and also really confused by the grief thing because it doesn't seem to look like everybody else's grief thing. I don't know. I don't know if you've grieved and wondered the same thing, that you end up in a little bit of a fog, and then at one moment you are cleaning everything like crazy, and in another moment you can hardly lift a cup to put it into the dishwasher. So I'm kind of confused. 1 minute I'm just perfectly fine and think I'm a little worried that I have no emotions. And then the next minute, a wave hits you and you can't control your emotions. So I don't know what this grief thing is. I certainly have had, grandparents that passed away. I've had, aunts and uncles and stuff. But I have never experienced someone who is in your immediate family or somebody who you spent so much time with. And I have never actually watched anyone die. And so this is all a new experience. I'm a bit confused, but I'm making it through it. And I wanted to come on here and touch base with you guys and let you know what I've been up to, where we're going. I have some really neat things coming up, so I wanted to tell you about that towards the end of this video. But really quickly, I'm in my studio, and one thing, if you haven't seen me on Finding Shalom channel, I have been on two other channels, our other two channels, and one is, I haven't really announced it yet, is a sewing channel that I did for all of you sewing people. And I was in the middle of a video when my mother passed away, and so I was like, I've got to finish the loose ends, and so that's what I was doing yesterday while I was finishing alterations too. You can actually see my sewing room is a complete mess. I'm working on gowns over here. I've got gowns over there. I'm working on this gown. You can actually see that video that I worked on yesterday, and I will actually put it up in here and in the description, and come if you're a seamstress and join my sewing channel. And I did a little tribute to my mom at the end of that video, and actually talking about her teaching me how to sew a little bit while I was doing that video. And then the grief when I was trying to edit that video last night just swept over me, and then I could barely get the thing together. And then another channel that I'm going to walk out here and show you. My husband and I do a marriage channel called Say I Do Forever. And we did do 2 videos since my mom passed. And that is just because gardening is kind of our therapy. And so if you go, I'll also put that up there. And if you go to our gardening channel, you will find 2 videos since then where we kind of did some yard cleanup. And then our last one was we finished, well, you can tell that gardening is our therapy because we're about to do this. We really just get joy and peace. Spend a lot of time on my knees praying while I'm weeding or cleaning out gardens and stuff. And I don't know, it just clears my head. It makes me get close to God. Same with sewing. Does the same thing for me. But let me take you into our last video is actually on how we kind of finished up the greenhouse. Let me come in here and show you. So, oh, it smells so good. The stalk, I can smell it. It's like cinnamon. Anyways, if you want to see that video, I will put it up as well. But those are two things. Like if you've been missing me on the Finding Shalom channel, you can actually find me sewing or gardening on those two channels. And then I want to go back into the studio because there's a lot of dogs barking out here, and it's chilly and windy and cold, miserable. But I have some other things coming up. So as far as sorry to make you all dizzy, I just made myself dizzy. As far as the Finding Shalom channel, some exciting things coming up. I want to I just have like maybe one, maybe two videos to finish up my study on the four gospels simultaneously, chronologically, that we did. There's something like 56, 7 videos in that series. And even though I didn't do a great job of the other videos because I did the last like 3 videos in the midst of my mother's death. But it was important because it was Easter, and it was important because my mom, she wouldn't have let anything stop her, not even a death, to make sure that people knew the gospel. And Easter has the message of the gospel, of Jesus coming. And so I want to finish out with, Jesus has now been resurrected in our study, and he's still resurrected to this day, but you know what I mean. The last video was Easter, and it was about his resurrection. And now there's a little bit left in the Gospels about the disciples actually seeing Jesus and him kind of hanging out and appearing to people for about 40 days. And then that just kind of rolls us right into the book of Acts, because that's where the book of Acts starts, where Jesus actually has been meeting with people and telling them, you know what, it's okay, I'm risen, and now everything is fulfilled, and so just wait. He ascends to heaven in Acts, and he tells them to wait for the Holy Spirit to come. The Holy Spirit's going to come. And that is actually on Pentecost, which is a Jewish holiday, which I want to study a little bit more as we start Acts. And the really neat thing is I think it's like, I looked it up like a month ago. When is Pentecost? And I think it's like right around May 16th. I'll look it up again. And I would love our Acts chapter 2 to be on the Friday right around May 16th. So I think we're going to land it just about right, even with my grieving and even with my break. Something else really, really exciting about our new study. I'm so excited. Sorry, my arm is getting very tired. Let me see if I could set this down. I don't think I can. I'll have to be short. Okay. Oh, that looks horrible. This is a very rough video. But something really, really exciting about our next study is that I have been asking, I have one little gal that is so excited to do it with me. It's not just going to be me sitting here talking about the chapters that we study in Acts. I have already right now one gal, my dear friend Sarah, that's going to sit here with me, and we're going to put that up every Friday. And you can study the book of Acts with us. I actually, on my regular Facebook, my personal Facebook page, asked any local people. And if you happen to be watching this and you're in the Twin Falls area and you have time to maybe study with us and maybe even jump here on camera, I was hoping to do it more like we did. Did you see where I did the video when we saw Jesus Revolution? And we sat at kind of a round table, even though it was square, but that round table discussion That's what I'm hoping to do for our next study in the book of Acts. I want it to be every week we come together with a group, just a small little group, and discuss the chapter, just like I do on Sunday nights. And if you aren't local or you can't meet with us in person, something else exciting. I have just opened up a Facebook group under the Finding Shalom. I think on my Facebook and my Instagram, I'll try to give you a link or advertise that some way. You can join the private group and you can be studying through the book of Acts the way we do it in our Sunday night Bible study group. So right now, our in-person Sunday night Bible study group is in the book of Kings. And what we do is we have a private group. And all week long, we have videos on the archaeology or on the history or a little devotional on the chapter that we're studying. And then we come together and then we discuss it together. And I'm wanting to do that for you guys, even if you are all over the world, all over the country. So I've started a Facebook private group that I just opened up. And we can find a way to get you linked in there. I think I can send you a link through email. If I don't have you on Facebook, I can also, if you're a Facebook friend, send you an invite. And then we're going to have all the archaeology for Acts, which is really fun because you can visit today, you can visit all the cities that are listed in the book of Acts. You can walk with the disciples. You can walk with Peter and Paul and all of that in the book of Acts. So we can actually go and visit virtually these cities. So I'm excited for that. So like I said, if you are local and you can come and hang out with us for either a couple or all of our, little chat times. But if not, you can be here online and do it with us and study through the book of Acts. So tell me in the comments, will you be joining us? Do you need me to send you a link? All of those kind of things. You can actually email me also. I will put that in the description just in case I say it wrong. It's journey, 2, shalom@gmail.com. Email me and I will send you a link to that. But in the meantime, as I'm trying to figure out this grief thing and trying to figure out if I'm going to be okay 1 minute as opposed to the next, like I said, 1 minute I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, I have no emotions. I feel great. And then the next minute, this wave just hits me. I can't. So I don't know if you guys have had to go through that in your lives too, but go visit me over, if you're a seamstress, over at Christa's Dress Shop. And that is on YouTube. If you love gardening and or couple stuff, go join me at my husband and I at Say I Do Forever on YouTube. And then stay tuned. I'm hoping this Friday that the grief hasn't hit me so hard that I can actually do it. Plus, trying to get back to all my sewing and take care of all these brides in the midst of it has been a little bit, I'm a little behind. Anyways, so Friday I'm hoping to have another video about just the last wrapping up our Gospels, and then look for the first of the Acts series where we're going to, I might get Sarah, or if somebody else joins us, just here this next week to maybe just discuss it and talk about it and get us excited for it. So watch for all those things. Exciting things are coming ahead. And, my mom I still want to do a video about her funeral and her life. I just haven't even been able to write stuff down in my journal. I start out and it's just stuck. But my mom, a little tidbit, if I don't lose it. My mom found Jesus at an early age, and she decided to follow Jesus, and she never turned back from it. and she didn't let anything stop her. And it had good consequences and bad consequences for that. But I know that my mom would want me to just journey on and keep moving forward through the grief, through the mess, through, the busyness, to really discover who Jesus is and now who his church is as we move into Acts. So I'm excited to do that with you guys, excited to see you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging out with me and waiting for me to flubber through all of these crazy grief moments. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I can't make promises at this point how I'm going to function, but I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Shalom, my dear friends. I love you. Have a great day.